Good morning everyone. Today we will discuss one interesting topic, queuing theory. So we all know what is the meaning of queue. In India we observe lots of queues everywhere. So what is the aim of this theory or this mathematical model? The aim of this model is to establish an economic balance between cost of providing service and cost associated with the time or with the waiting time required for it. Now, that means it balances the cost of providing service along with cost associated with the waiting time required for it. Now, we observe this kind of theory or this kind of model in service-oriented organizations like workshop, repairing shop, food chain, etc. Now, let us understand this definition with the help of some examples. What basically this cost of providing service and cost associated with the waiting time is. Suppose you are in New Delhi. You want to buy a Harley Davidson bike. You are in New Delhi. You will go to CP. Suppose you approach one showroom and ask to provide you a Harley Davidson bike. Now, but the managers tells you that you will get the bike only after 30 days, as there is no stock. Will you wait for 30 days? Obviously no, because there are lots of showrooms near this showroom. So you will approach that showroom and you will get that bike on that day itself. So what happens? Owner of this showroom will suffer loss, or it will lose one customer in you. So he will lose the potential profit, or he will lose the potential profit. So he will lose profit. So what happens here? Cost of waiting time in this case is more. It is 30 days. No one will wait for 30 days to get a bike in these days if he has money. Okay, now that's another example. Let us take, suppose you visited one shopping mall. And you observe that there is only one cash counter and there are lots of people in the queue. So will you go to the shopping mall and shop there or buy there? No, because it will take you 2, 3, 4, 5 hours because queue is too long. So we'll approach another shopping mall nearby it. Okay, got it? So owner of the shopping mall will lose one customer in you. So again he suffers loss, because in this case also cost of associated with the waiting time is more. Okay, now suppose now you visited this one, and here what you noticed? There are 6 cash counters, but you noticed only this one, and for these 4 are working, and these 2 there are no people here. There are no queue, there are no people, no one is getting service there. But so they are just sitting freely or they are idle. So, but owner of the shopping mall will have to pay the employees of these 2 कैश काउंटर also. इसको भी तो पैसा देना पड़ेगा, सैलरी देना पड़ेगा. इसमें जो मशीन है उसको भी तो मेंटेनेंस करना पड़ेगा. तो उसका इनपुट ज्यादा हो रहा है इन दोनों में, एंड आउटपुट दोनों को 0 मिल रहा है. मोर इनपुट लेस आउटपुट. सो इन दिस केस कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोवाइडिंग सर्विस is more. Cost of providing service is more, and here cost associated with the wait required for the service was more. So in all the cases they are suffering losses. So we need to find the solution for this, and that solution is queuing theory or queuing model. Now let's understand the structure of this model. Suppose there is one server here. There is one server. One people is getting service here, and 3 persons are behind him. Okay. Now this one is getting service. This one is getting service. This one is server. So one person is getting service, and these 3 persons are not getting service, but they are waiting. So these 3 people are said to be in queue. These 3 people are said to be in queue, and these 3 people along with this one are said to be in system. These 4 people are said to be in system. So what is system? System is nothing but queue plus customer getting service. Now these people will come from where? Yellow car se aayega. They will randomly come from every nook and corner. Okay. So the entire sample of customers from where only few visit this system is called calling population or input source. So entire sample of customer beyond to this is known as calling population. Calling population or input source. Calling population or input source. And from here people are arriving here. So number of customers arriving per unit time is known as arrival rate, and it is denoted by lambda. Okay. So you got what is system? System is nothing but the base of facility where persons or customers arrive in order to get service. And what is calling population? Calling population is nothing but the entire sample of customers from where only a few visit the system to get service is known as calling population or input source. Now capacity of this system. Capacity of this system or system capacity it can be finite or infinite. How? Can you give me examples? बहुत ही easy examples है day to day life में. Okay, I will give you examples. Suppose there is one train. Okay. Suppose this is your AC coach. Okay, got it. Suppose there are 40 seats here. So here only 40 passengers can travel, not 41, not 42. Got it? जितना तुम्हारा लिमिटेशन है उतना ही पैसेंजर ट्रेवल कर सकता है. So this capacity of this system is finite. Suppose this coach is general one. This one. तो जनरल में पता ही है सब तरह के लोग आता है, इधर से भी आएगा, इधर से भी आएगा, खुजते ही रहेगा. There is no limitation here. It may be 100 passengers. Here it may have 200 passengers. It may have 250. जितना जगह होगा खुजते ही रहेगा. So this capacity of this general coach or this system is infinite. Got it? You can then give the example of cinema hall. Suppose 200 seat capacity is there, only 200 can watch, not beyond that. Okay, so cinema hall is also an example of finite capacity system. Got it? Now, what about calling population? Same thing. Calling population is also having finite capacity or infinite capacity. How infinite? अभी आपको मैंने एग्जांपल दिया सिनेमा हॉल का, मूवी हॉल का. तो इधर से लोग आता है, people come from everywhere. So in that case, cinema hall is the system, and beyond this is calling population. So this is having infinite capacity. Again, one interesting definition of this capacity of calling population is that capacity of calling population is said to be infinite when some customers arriving a system does not affect on the arrival pattern of the future customers. Suppose got it, अगर इधर से कुछ कस्टमर आया कॉलिंग पॉपुलेशन से सिस्टम तक, तो वो जो कस्टमर आया वो बाद में जो कस्टमर आने वाला है उनको उनका जो अराइवल पैटर्न है उसमें कोई इफेक्ट नहीं करता है. सपोज कॉलिंग पॉपुलेशन से आज 100 ऑडियंस एक मूवी देखने आया. ओके गॉट इट. क्या नेक्स्ट डे 100 से कम आ सकते हैं? 100 ही आ सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट डे अगेन another 100 may come. Next day another 100 may come. Is it affecting this pattern? Is it affecting this pattern? No. Today 100 people are watching. Tomorrow again 100 may come. Because everywhere there people are there. So in this case, capacity of calling population is said to be infinite. Got it? Now, or infinite. So infinite calling population capacity. Now, when it is finite, suppose in UP we are having 30 MPs, and out of them 10 are selected for one project 1. Okay. Suppose after few months project 2 is launched, and they need fresh MPs who are free. Okay, got it. Now, initially 10 were selected out of 30. Now again they need 10. Can they select 10 people out of 30 this time? No, because 10 people are already working here. So they are left with 20 MPs, out of which 10 should be chosen. So arrival of these 10 MPs is affecting the arrival pattern of the future MPs. Got it? So there are only 20 MPs left. So it has been affected by the arrival of these MPs. So these MPs, this calling population, these MPs or this calling population is having a finite capacity. So got it? So calling population can also have finite capacity. It may also have infinite capacity. Similarly with system. Got it? Okay, thank you. Next, one term is there, Q discipline. Q discipline. What is Q discipline? Q discipline is nothing but the order by which the customers will be picked up from the queue. Suppose these peoples are in queue. The order by which these customers will be picked up for service is given by Q discipline. So there are 4 Q disciplines. Number 1, first in, first out. One who comes first, he gets the service first. Second one, last in, first out. One who comes at the last, he gets service at the first. Okay, got it? Can you give me an example of this one? Who comes last and goes out first? Suppose best examples is, suppose this is truck. Items are loaded here. Okay, got it? Suppose this one is the last item that got loaded. So it came last, at the last. When you unload it, it goes out at the first. So if it came at the last in, and goes out at the first out. Then one is random order. Service in random order. माता जी का प्रसाद, जो भी आए उसको प्रसाद मिलेगा. Got it? Then number 4 is in priority order. In priority order. Suppose we are all waiting in a temple. suddenly a minister or MP arrives and he will get the darshan. That means this is in priority order. So this is all about queue discipline. Got it? Next, I already told you about arrival rate. It is nothing but arrival rate is nothing but number of customers arriving, number of customers per unit time. Now this arrival is random, so that's why arrival is assumed to follow Poisson's distribution. Poisson's distribution. Now you may ask, why it is assumed to follow Poisson's distribution? You will get to know about this in details in mathematics, in probability chapter. Now I will just give you one hint. Probability of having n customer in t time interval in a system is given by this formula: e to the power minus lambda t into lambda t to the power n upon factorial n. This is the probability of having n customer in t time period, and this is nothing, and this equation is nothing but the generalized formula of Poisson's distribution. So arrival pattern is said to be followed Poisson's distribution. Similarly, we will get service rate. Service rate is given by mu, number of customers served per unit time, and it is assumed to follow exponential distribution. Why exponential? It is assumed to follow exponential distribution. Why it is exponential? Suppose you went to an ATM and the person ahead of you took 10 minutes for the service, and you took just 2 minutes. So what you observed? Some people may take more minutes and some people may take less minutes. So that similarly here, some people may take more time for service and some take less time for service. So service time is not fixed. That's why it is assumed to follow exponential distribution. So till now what we have learned? We have learned about system. System is nothing but the base of facility where people arrive to get service. Its capacity may be finite or infinite. That train example. Then one is calling population, the entire sample of customers from where a few only visit the system. That is calling population. Its capacity may be finite or infinite. Then again we got to know about service rule. Then to represent queuing theory, Kendall and Lee notations are used. So what are these notations? These notations are written like this: A, B, C, D, E, F. What is A? A is the probability distribution of arrival pattern. B is the probability distribution of service pattern. C is the number of server. It may be 1, 2, 3, 4. D is the service rule or queue discipline. E is the system capacity. F is the calling population capacity. I am repeating again. A is the probability distribution of arrival pattern. B is the probability distribution of the service pattern. And C is the number of server. D represents your queue discipline. E is the system capacity. F is the calling population capacity. In GATE and ESE, we study only one model, queuing model, and that is Markovian model. In Markovian model, it is written like this. So M means, so what does this first term represent? Arrival pattern. probability distribution of arrival pattern. And Markovian says that arrival pattern is having Poisson's distribution. So it is having Poisson's distribution. This one having exponential distribution. So exponential distribution. Number of server is 1. Service load is first in, first out. System capacity is infinite. Calling population capacity is infinite. Then, okay, you got it? Next. There are two types of customers. Customer attitude. Customer attitude. There are two types of customers. One is patient customer, one is impatient customer. Impatient customers are of four types: jockey, barking, reneging, and cheater. What is jockey? Jockey is that type of customer who keeps on changing queue in order to get the service first. पहले इस queue में suppose this one is providing service, this one is providing service, this one is providing service. Suppose one customer was initially here, then he goes to the next line, thinking that he will get the service sooner. Then again he goes to this line. So this type of customer is known as jockey. Next one is barking. Next one is balking. Balking is that type of customer who never joins the queue because he notices, he observes that queue length is too long, so he never joins the queue and leave the system. That is known as balking. You can say the example of shopping mall or shopping mall. Then reneging. Reneging is that suppose this is service center. He initially joins the queue, but queue is moving very slowly. So after some time he gets irritated and he leaves the queue. That kind of customer is known as reneging customer. And last one is cheater. He takes unfair means, fighting, cheating, bribing to get the service first. Next, okay. So I think you understood about customer's attitude: jockey, barking, reneging, and cheater. Then we have known about arrival rate and service rate. There are three conditions possible. Arrival rate is greater than service rate, arrival rate is equal to service rate, arrival rate is less than service rate. So what happens when arrival rate is more than service rate? That means customers arriving per unit time is more than the customers being serviced. So what happens? Queue keeps on increasing, and after some time customer will not get service. So it fails. The system ultimately fails because queue keeps on increasing. Then in this case, number of customers arriving is equal to number of customers being served. So in this case, queue is always constant. So after some time, the server will get tired. So best one is this one, most preferable. When your service rate is more than arrival rate. Now, the ratio of this arrival rate to service rate is given by rho, is known as utilization factor. Utilization factor or system utilization, or you may say probability that the server is busy, or you may say probability that a new customer will have to wait, or you may say average number of customer being serviced, getting serviced. So it is nothing but utilization factor. It is nothing but probability that the server is busy. It is not idle, it is busy. So if it is busy, then that much of time a new customer will have to wait. So it is the probability that a new customer will have to wait. Or you can also say average number of customer getting service. Now, if this is the probability that the server is busy, so what is the probability that server is idle? That will be 1 minus rho. Okay, server is idle or there is no customer in the system. Okay, got it? Next. So suppose this one. Then next one, probability of having exactly n customer in system is given by Pn is equal to P naught whole into rho to the power n. This is another formula. Exactly n customer in the system. So we got the P naught Pn is given by this formula. This is the probability of having exactly n customer in the system. Now there are again 2-3 more formulas. Very easy chapter this one. Now customers keep on arriving. So what is the average number of customer per unit time? So average number of customer per unit time in system or length of the system is given by rho upon 1 minus rho, and length of the queue or average number of customer in the queue is given by length of the system minus rho, or this is nothing but lambda by mu. So you got it. This is the average number of customer in the system per unit time, and this is the average number of customer in the queue. So this is the average number of customer in the system. This is average number of customer in the queue. So you may ask one question: if this is the average number of customer in the system LS, and this is the average number of customer in the queue LQ, why this is not equal to 1? एक जन को तो सर्विस मिल रहा था. This is not equal to 1. Many students makes mistake here, because 1 is the maximum number. It is the maximum possible value. That one maximum possible value that one customer is getting service. This is the maximum. But what is LS? L is not the number of customer at a particular time. It is the average number of customer. LQ is the average number of customer in the queue. So LS minus LQ is nothing but the average number of customer getting serviced over a period of time. So this is equal to rho or lambda by mu. We already studied about it in utilization factor. So LS is given by this formula, LQ is given by this formula, LS minus rho, and LS minus LQ is not equal to 1. This is one major confusion. Next one is Little's law. Little's law. Little's law is nothing but, if you, Little's law says that average number of customer in a system is given by the multiplication of arrival rate pattern and average waiting time in the system, or you may take it as Q also. So from here you will get waiting time, average waiting time, not waiting, average waiting time in the system is given by LS by lambda, or you can write this one as like this if you solve this one. Similarly, length of the queue is given by lambda into average waiting time in the queue. If you solve it, you will get LQ by lambda, you will get it as average waiting time in the system minus 1 by mu, or you may get it as mu by mu whole into mu minus lambda. lambda. Don't need to do this one because you already know the average waiting time in the system. Then you will get the average waiting time in the queue. Okay, got it. So these are all about the theory parts. Or in some questions again directly this is given, this is lambda is given. So in that case you may remember this formula. So this one is lambda mu whole into mu minus lambda. So this is the average waiting time in the queue, which is given by this formula. So these are all details about queuing theory. These are the all theories or formulas about queuing theory. So we'll discuss or solve some numericals in the next part. Thank you.